Finally got out of Johnstown, Colorado. Now we're trying to escape the big storm going across the country. Just like my trailer got rejected on Friday, Rusty gets rejected. Yep, load updates, trucking office details, and more on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and furry studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, today is Tuesday, the 21st of February. And right now, unfortunately, I'm stuck behind someone pulling an Amazon trailer. I was trying to get around him in the passing zone, but ooh, there was a hawk eating an animal off the side of the road. That was weird. I'll try to zoom in on that. Anyway, yeah, my last video I was in Johnstown, Colorado with the Petro. My trailer had been rejected. I stayed there all weekend, couldn't get a load until Monday. That went to Salt Lake area, went to Clinton, Utah. Picked up at the Lowe's distribution center in Commerce City, Colorado. Load of appliances going to a store, a Lowe's store. I don't mind going to a store near as much as a distribution center. Like the Lowe's distribution center in Cheyenne, you'll be stuck there all day. But they got me in and out fairly quickly, so that was nice. We're using the new dash cam to do the road video today, so we'll see how that comes out later. I do have some big news. There's another dead animal. Big news coming up. I'll talk about it in the next video or something. Gotta load back out. Of course, there's the huge winter storm. Gonna be coming across the country, Utah, Colorado, even down into parts of New Mexico. What are you doing, driver? Mainly then it's supposed to go be like in Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Upper Illinois, all across the top portion of the Midwest with all the icing conditions. But it's supposed to drop feet of snow. I-80's been closed since yesterday morning. When I took the load from Commerce City up to Utah, I had to go across I-70 in Colorado, the longer route, because I-80 was shut down. It's still shut down today. They're saying, oh, maybe 8 to 10 hours. You know, no. I don't believe it at all. So, to go back now down towards Texas is where I'm going with this load I picked up today. This is a load of packaging material. So after I delivered, I got this one picked up. I'm trying to get over this pass up here. I'm at 5,800 feet right now. This goes up to about 7,900 feet on this Highway 6. So we're trying to get over that, trying to at least make Grand Junction tonight. Now, I may get stuck there for a couple of days depending on what this storm does. So that's going to be the next big question mark. So right now, still got a little bit of daylight, trying to make it over this pass. It was pouring rain in the Salt Lake area until about Provo. Then that's kind of lightened up. It's just a light drizzle right now and not snowing this way yet. So, try to make it as far as we can. I've only got enough hours left really to make it to Grand Junction. Hopefully I can find some parking, and then we'll be moving on from there. What do you think? Well, as you can see, at least right now, the road is basically dry, so that's good news. And then what route I take from there, from Grand Junction, I haven't decided yet. Depends on kind of tomorrow morning. I'll look at the road reports and see what roads are going to be open. So I-70 may be shut down over Vail Pass, and Highway 50 going down through Gunnison might be a route, so I can get in down to Texas. This is supposed to deliver Friday. I've got a window between I think 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Then I'm gonna take care of some things, like I say, some big news coming up. We'll talk about it in the next video. And so that's part of the reason I'm taking this load down to Texas. But I know even down there they're supposed to have some nasty stuff tomorrow, rain-wise, and even in northern Arizona, northern New Mexico, they're supposed to get a whole bunch of snow. So, of course, the Weather Channel, or I keep calling it the Scare You Channel, and the Scare You Channel app, is acting like, oh, it's going to be this terrible thing, and blood and monsters and, you know, dead babies falling from the sky. You know, they always make it seem so much worse than it actually is. But It's just, will we remain? What is it? Olive? The storm's olive, something like that. So we'll see what happens. This is that towards the top of that pass I was talking about. It was only about 7,500 feet, but look at all the snow up here already. And they were predicting another 1 to 2 feet of snow between Tuesday night and Wednesday night. This is why I wanted to get over this thing and make it all the way to Grand Junction, because imagine what a mess this would be. Yeah, there's right up as we get almost to the top right there. Look at all that snow already piled up. Hello! Okay, so here we are parked in Grand Junction, Colorado at the TA Express on the eve of the giant storm that, of course, the Weather Channel just keeps scaring everybody with. I'm trying to kind of take a southern route after I picked up in Utah today to kind of try to avoid all this. I-80, I just looked a little bit ago, still shut down, and now they're saying, oh, 10 to 12 hours. No. I don't believe you, Wyoming, even though I live there. I know you're full of soap. It's not going to be open till Thursday or Friday, I would be willing to bet. Anyway. So, yeah, we're here. Yeah, unfortunately, PetSmart rejected us this morning. Because after I did my last video, I tried getting some of the mats out of Rusty's fur using the scissors, and I accidentally cut his ear just a little bit, and of course, blood gushing and all that, and I felt so bad. But, you know, it had a little scab on it now. So, they wouldn't take him for the grooming today at the PetSmart, at the appointment I made for him, because they said, well, you know, he has to be seen by a vet first. And what if that comes off? I think they just didn't want to do it today, because it was one of the early appointments. So now, unfortunately, we have to wait to get Rusty professionally groomed again. So now, as far as the weather goes right here, all they're saying for the Grand Junction area down towards Silt and Rifle, Colorado on I-70, a high wind warning starting at 4 a.m. in the morning, going through 4 p.m., and they said, well, then some snow possible too, could cause some whiteout conditions, yada, yada, yada. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go across on 70 or going to go over to Delta and Montrose, take 50 through Gunnison, down through Canyon City, and then across over towards Lamar, Colorado that way. I don't know. I've got to head down to the Houston area, essentially for Friday delivery. I've got a window of like 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I'm hoping I can still make that. I've got a lot of stuff I got to take care of down there. Like I say, more details coming up in the next video all about that, so you want to stay tuned. I did want to mention, by the way, Mark at Whitestones, he did give us kind of a little bonus for our anniversary trip to Vegas. He was saying, how many carriers you know that would do that? And exactly. So none that I can think of. So, you know, it was real nice, especially since I had to drive all the way back home without a load and everything. So that was a really nice way to help out. So, Mark, we want to thank you for that. And like I say, what other carrier would do that, you know? So anyway, so yeah, some changes coming up, and we'll be talking about all that soon. So now we're just trying to get ahead of that storm and see if we can avoid most of it. I already got the text from the Laramie County School District in Cheyenne, where we live, and my wife's a teacher at, and so they've already saying they're having a virtual day for tomorrow, which is, you know, the new snow day. It's like the new, that's the new thing everyone, oh, the new normal. Well, the virtual day is the new snow day. All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, trucking office, you know, they kept swearing up and down that they fixed the whole sleeper berth issue. I tested it, a week or two ago, and no, they hadn't still. I tested it again a couple times this week, and while I was parked in Johnstown, and it did do the sleeper berth correctly, but I was kind of skeptical because on that day, the 14 had not really run out yet because I had just done a 2-hour break in Golden where my trailer got rejected and I had to drive up to Johnstown, so not that far, and then went immediately back into the sleeper berth. So it seems like it had done that right before. So I tested it again. I had to drive, I came through Grand Junction last night, actually, grabbed a shower here, then I parked in Wellington, Utah, at this new little Miller's Travel Center, great little place to park. And the 14 ran out, and now I wasn't awake to see it when it should have given me time back at about 7.5 hours into the sleeper berth. But when I did get up and took Rusty out, I came back in and looked at it, and that was about 9 hours and 15 minutes into the sleeper berth, and it had given me the credit for the on-duty hours and the drive time that it was supposed to. So that means maybe they got it right. Now I want to check it again when I'll try to set an alarm and wake myself up sometime again when I can actually watch it do that time from, if I did a 2-hour break, then I'll look at exactly 8 hours. What does it do? If I did, 2.5, I'll look at 7.5. So I want to still check it. So that's kind of interesting. One thing it did get wrong while I was in Johnstown is it gave me my 34 reset with a brand new 70 and everything at 29 hours. Hello, that's not correct. Something else we got to let them know about. So maybe they fixed the split sleeper berth, but I got proof right here that they did the 34 reset at 29 hours. All right, here it is showing I have a 70-hour 34 reset. Look, Friday night, 3 hours, sleeper berth. Saturday, 24 hours, sleeper berth. That's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and yet it still shows the 70 at the 29. Hello! I don't know what blind nutless monkey they got to program their app for the trucking office ELD, but, they say they've been using it since 2019. The rules changed in 2020, and they obviously had trouble keeping up with that. But it doesn't even do the 34 reset right. It's like, and they said, well, we haven't gotten complaints from anyone else who's using it. Well, maybe everyone else who's using it are morons, and they don't know the actual rules. I don't know, but I find that hard to believe. Like I said before, I really want to like this E-Log because it works with the whole software that Mark uses with Whitestones. And it sure would make his life easier to integrate all that, and then he could use it himself. He's still on Big Road. We tried that one initially, remember? And it didn't work. But kind of silly. So, they're saying, well, we've never got complaints from anyone else before. I just don't know what to say to that. I'm kind of dumbfounded. So, like I say, maybe they fixed the split sleeper berth, but they still haven't got another part of it right, which means they're still not a compliant E-Log. The whole problem with the FMCSA saying that they allowed all the E-Log companies to self-certify. That's just ridiculous. But I've talked about that before. That's a giant complaint of mine. That was the FMCSA being lazy. They didn't want to have to go check them all themselves. They've pulled like 3 or 4 of them in the last month for not being compliant. Well, this is what you get for letting the companies self-certify. Oh, we swear they work right. All right, so anyway, that's the update right now. I'll have another update here in a couple days probably, maybe even 3 or so, talking about the new big change I'm going to talk about. And also, hopefully we'll get ahead of this storm and avoid most of it and make our way down to Tejas. What do you think? Oh, and I do have to give a quick big shout out to Junior O, one of my biggest supporters here on the Clutch Trucker channel. I was going through his area, weeks ago, and sent him an email, but unfortunately we didn't get a connect there. But boy, does he take care of us here at the Clutch Trucker channel. He sent Rusty sent us a gift certificate for PetSmart. I was going to use it today for Rusty's grooming, but they turned us away. Anyway, and also waiting for me at the house when I came home, he sent me a whole bunch of that Thetford Camper Fresh stuff, toilet tank deodorizer stuff to put in my my RV style toilet here in the Clutch Trucker remodel. It's a beautiful thing. So Junior, thumbs up to you, baby. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We love you, baby. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, we got to wait a little bit longer now, unfortunately, to get him really professionally groomed after my butcher job. That's about all I'm good at doing, is unfortunately kind of butchering him up. But anyway, there you go. So you're ready for your bacon strip. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe, please like and comment. I get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, where I put Rusty stuff. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty out. Hey Peter, man, check out Channel 9. Check out this chick. Damn it, Lawrence. Can't you just act like we can't hear each other through the walls? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Is Ann over there or something? No, but if you want to talk to me, just come on over. All right, dude. All right, here it is. No, come down here first. No cheating. Down here. You got to start here. And there it goes. All right. It's in your... I know it's right there. It's somewhere. There you go. You found it. He's all over it, baby. Because he's a bag and strip dog. He's a bag and strip dog. Sometimes he eats too fast and he starts to cough. He's a bag and strip dog. Oh, yeah. That was not a full piece, so we're going to give you another little one tonight. What do you think of that? Oh, here it comes. Here it comes into view. And, oh, snatch it. Loving it. Do. He's loving it. Yep. You would go for like a McDonald's bacon strict McMuffin with egg or something, wouldn't you? Yeah, he'd be all over that one. All right, we need that happy dog look, Rusty. Oh, no, you're still eating. I'm sorry. Don't mean to bug you. All right, come on. Yep, finish chewing. Look up here. Happy dog look.